The ounce was established to unlock the potential of all American children, particularly those born into poverty. Research shows that low-income children who don't have access to quality early learning experiences are 25% more likely to drop out, 40% more likely to become teen parents, and 50% more likely to be in special education. They're 70% more likely to get arrested for violent crimes and 60% less likely to attend college. The ounce believes in starting early to prepare children for lifelong success. We know that by changing the first 5 years of a child's life, you change everything. The ounce wants to prepare every child for school success, and our approach is comprehensive. We create and deliver high-quality programs that change education outcomes for children. These include home visiting programs, our Birth to 5 EduCare schools, which are found in 19 communities nationwide, and a network of 17 Head Start program sites in Illinois. We educate and empower parents, home visitors, teachers, and school leaders through training and support programs that help children learn and grow. Finally, we advocate and influence policy to change state and federal education as well as child development systems. Two factors drive our success: our people and our proof points. Ounce staff includes expert teachers, home visitors, school leaders, and social workers, as well as researchers and program innovators. Our policy experts are architects and advocates for some of the nation's most innovative state and federal early learning policies. And our trainers and consultants are in demand coast to coast. Independent research finds that low-income children who enroll in EduCare as infants or toddlers enter kindergarten with the same skills as their middle-income peers. And our students remain on the right path to high school graduation, proving the academic and social skills developed at our programs persist into elementary and middle school. The ounce has a track record of effective program and policy change. We use public-private partnerships to drive impact. We pair philanthropic investors with education experts and policymakers seeking systemic reform. We aren't satisfied with our progress. We continue to experiment and improve our approaches to improve outcomes for children and families. Our programs also engage entire families, invest heavily in professional development, and build bipartisan coalitions at the state and national levels, comprised of policymakers, philanthropists, business leaders, and community members. Our goal is to ensure that all children start school prepared and ready to learn. We measure how children in our programs are doing on commonly used standardized tests. Evaluations show that EduCare graduates score better on tests measuring school readiness, vocabulary, and social-emotional skills than most low-income children. These tests help predict whether children will become engaged, active, successful kindergartners. We know there is always more we can do, and we use evaluation data to continuously improve and optimize every aspect of our work. We also measure our effectiveness in increasing public funding and improving systems for early childhood education. There is a lack of awareness about what high-quality early learning looks like and how to make this a standard for all babies, toddlers, and preschoolers in homes and in community-based programs. The ounce knows early learning isn't about putting young children at desks to take tests. It's about expanding home visitation models to engage parents and support their role as a child's first teacher and lifelong advocate. It's about training great teachers who help children discover through play. It's about establishing policies and funding that sustain programs for young children and families in need. The ounce brings all these things to light. Our early learning programs in Illinois and EduCare schools across the country operate in some of our nation's most under-resourced and challenging communities. Yet we've created education models that prove we can prepare even the most at-risk children to enter kindergarten, ready to compete with peers from all backgrounds. Through our policy consultation programs and the First 5 Years Fund, we've created models to help advocacy programs in other states create the policy environments that extend quality early learning to children beyond Illinois' borders. Decades of research proves that early education improves later school performance and prevents unnecessary spending on social problems related to school failure. But historically, it's difficult to get policymakers to prioritize public funding. These funds are needed to sustain the effective early learning programs championed by the ounce. Recent polls show that 86% of Americans support public investments in early learning, but more people need to understand how they can take action to make sure high-quality early learning programs and resources are created and protected in all communities. Each year, we reach thousands of children. Additional resources will help us reach hundreds of thousands. New funding will help us use technology to increase the scale of training we do with home visitors, making them better equipped to deliver high-quality services and reach more children. We would be able to ramp up our efforts to train school leaders and improve professional development programs for early childhood teachers. We could also create, test, and share new innovative products and tools that help narrow the achievement gap and prepare more children for kindergarten. Six million U.S. children under age 5 live in poverty. We're seeking to inspire a national movement that supports early learning as the best way to help every one of those children create pathways out of poverty and into successful futures. We want early learning to become a national priority and for America to invest in its greatest assets, our children. We know the promise of early education and what it takes to deliver high-quality early learning programs and policies. Your support will help us expand impact, better meet needs, and help make the promise of early learning a reality.